Hey guys, Connie here from Blissfully Art, BC, Blissfully Creative. I'm trying to work out a way to say it so it's quick. Anyway, I'm here today with a challenge from Kitaholics. As a challenge they've posted on their Facebook page. I will leave the link below. It's a sketch challenge, so I will, at the end of the video, I will have a picture of the sketch. So if you'd like to follow along, please do. So I've started off with, I'm going to use my July Kitaholics kit for the challenge. So I've used that elephant grey Kaiser craft paper, and I've cut it down to a 9x12 because this year I've decided I'm going to scrap 9x12 for something different. So I've trimmed that down, and now I'm using that Dusty Attic texture paste, and that's that stencil there I cut off my silhouette this morning. So I just downloaded a file from the silhouette store and just cut that out, so I had some triangles. And I just showed you how I was just putting that through with a palette knife, the texture paste, and I stopped recording so I could get it all dry and continue down the page. So now I'm back, and I'm going to be using the Coca Vanilla Studio, what do you call it? Padded papers. Gee, I'm a bit out of it. They're the Colour Me Happy line, and I'm using the Spotty Dot paper, and the pink one is called, sorry, I'm just looking on my desk now, see if I can find it. The Paisley Patch is the pink one. And I'm just mounting my photo, that's of my daughter Georgia. That was just taken this month, actually, only a couple of weeks ago, when one of her friends came for a sleepover. They wanted a little mini best friends photo shoot. So that's my daughter there. And I've added a piece of vellum behind the photo, and then I've just mounted it all on there, and I've added a doily at the back of it. That little frame there, that came in the Coca Vanilla Studio embellishment pack that we got with the kit. And I've just cut that in half so I can put it on each corner, because I really like doing that with my frames. So that's what that is. So, and I'm just going to continue on here. I can't even remember what I do next, to be honest. Oh yes, that's right. I'm just going to get that foam to mount my photo. Sorry that the camera is really off center. I've just started using my I got a new iPhone in the last couple of weeks, and I've just started using my old iPhone to record with, and I haven't quite worked out how to line it up yet. So just bear with me. I will go off camera a fair bit in this video, so I do apologize. So now I'm just roughing up those edges. I like to just to add that little bit of texture. I love adding that little bit of texture to all my layouts. It's just one of those things I like to do, and so I'm just roughing up those edges just with my fingers. It looks like I'm really rough, but I'm actually pretty gentle in real life. I have fast forwarded this video by 4, I think, because it ended up being over 40 minutes, and yeah, you didn't want to sit there and watch me do this for 40 minutes. So, yeah, so I've just put my photo on there, and that's where I'm going to place it. So what I do now is I'm showing you with that paper there, that is the, which one's that one? That's the Floral Fancy from the Coca Vanilla Studios. And what I've done is I've just fussy cut out the flowers. I did that all off camera because you don't want to sit there and watch me fussy cut, because it's so painful. So I just done that off camera, and now I've learned a trick that I'm going to take a photo of my cluster before I stick it down, so when I take it all off I know where it goes. So that's what I've done there. So just taking a quick snap of it so I remember where the flowers went. Now I'm just going to use that paper again, that pink and that black and white polka dot there, to make some triangles, because the challenge involved using triangles in the sketch theme. So I'm just cutting them up. I'm just using that flag triangle thing. I got that from my stash as my template. So I'm just cutting around it because I was too lazy to set up the silhouette to cut out some triangles. And it was just quicker to do it that way. So now I'm just going to lay them out where I want to put them. And so what's everyone been up to? We've just come back from, it's probably they've been back at school for nearly 2 weeks now. This is the second week in. And I'm loving it because I get my peace back and it's just awesome. So, but I still haven't found enough time yet. I'm still catching up from everything from the school holidays. So I haven't really had heaps of time to do any scrapbooking or art. But hopefully in the next week I'll get back into it and I can share with you. I've got heaps of ideas that I want to do and I can share that with you hopefully in the next coming weeks. I hope you all checked out my my craft room, my messy craft room. Well, I can tell you it's probably even worse than it was when I done that video. But my husband said to me when he saw that I had posted that up, he said, did you clean it first? And I said, no. And he just shook his head. He couldn't believe it that I had posted a video of my craft room so messy. So anyway, with the layout, I've just used some, glue to stick them down where I wanted them so I could get my sewing machine out, which I've done off camera, and just stitched a line through the middle of each of the triangles. And because I really like thread, we all know I love my thread, I've decided I wanted to leave it really thready, so I just cut off some of the thread that was hanging from the front, and I'm just going to leave it so it's sort of, there for that little bit of texture on my layout. So now I'm just going to, so the thread doesn't pull through, because I found in some of my older layouts it pulls through and the stitching comes undone. I'm just using some old washi tape that I've got there. They've got horses on them and I'm not really into horses, so I doubt I'll ever use it. So I'm just using that to rip off little bits to just stick up the ends so then it won't pull through. So with the triangles, again, I'm just roughing them up. Because I've stitched just down the center, I'm able to curl up the corners a bit and give them a little bit of dimension there, which I really, really love. So that's what I'm doing there, and we'll get my photo back in, I think. Yep, well, there's my picture of my cluster, so I remember, and I still think I stuff it up. I still put that bottom flower in the wrong place, and it didn't quite work out how I exactly wanted it, but one day I will get there. One day maybe I should just learn to just stick it down the first time, and then that's it, and just deal with it instead of fussing around with trying to work it all out. But I did fuss around with this layout a bit, like I do every time. Like I've said before, I am visual. Things have to look right for me before I commit. Maybe I should just do a live layout a live recording one day and just see what happens and do it live while I'm talking. That would be quite funny. It would probably go for an hour. No. So yeah, I'm just using my close to my heart glue there to stick them down, just some double-sided tape there. And this is where I stuff it up a bit, because I put the double-sided tape on the wrong side of the flower where I wanted it to go, and so then it ended up going onto my photo and I had to rip it off, but the flower ended up covering it, so it was okay. But yeah, that's just what I do. See, there we go. Yeah, that's just how I scrap, I guess. And yeah, so I'll just add that in there, and then I think I start recording soon, because this is where I sort of don't know what I'm going to do next. So I start recording so I can fuss around a little bit with some embellishments to work out what I actually want to do next. And I didn't want you to see all of that. And because I'm using my old iPhone, you can't really, it doesn't have enough storage on it, so I couldn't really record everything, so I had to keep stopping for the less important part. See, I'm just going through the embellishments there from the embellishment kit that came with the Kitaholic Kits Club July. And I don't go for that one. No, I'll stop recording in a minute and I'll come back and then you'll see how my layout will end up. There we go. So I've fuzzy cut out another flower there from that sheet of pattern paper because it needed something up the top. It just didn't look right. And there's some leaves that I've pulled out of the embellishment pack, and the little love hearts there came out of the pack, and that little love banner thing came out of the pack. That sweet word, it was ripped, so I just pulled it apart and just stuck it down separately, but you know, nice and close, so it looks like it's still all joined together. And just added some staples to that little banner to go on the corner up the top there. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done now, I think. I can't remember. Oh, that's right. I try and add a little bit more thread, you know, because I can't, because you can always have more thread, right? But I changed my mind because I think it was too much. And so I end up cutting off all that thread and not using it, but I will put it in my stash and use it on another layout, so that's not a problem. And I haven't used my roller date stamps for ages, as they've just been sitting there looking at me in that bowl for so long, and I actually noticed them again when I was doing my craft tour. So I decided to pull one out and give it a go, and I grabbed my StazOn. I think that's a Heidi Swap one, and I've stuffed it up. I stuff it up because you can't see it because it's off the camera, sorry. I stuff it up and I have to do it like 3 or 4 times, but I mean, that doesn't matter. And so that's pretty much it from me today. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe below and leave comments, and I will see you next time.